Hello, everyone. It's that time again. It's about 8:48 on Sunday morning, and this is the weekend live video for Facebook. And what I have been doing for the past 3 or 4 weeks is sharing a little bit about my VIPKID classroom experiences and other news about life in general if it comes up. So a few little caveats for you. I don't have a script, so if I ramble, I'm sorry. And then also I do take a few questions that come up in the live chat. If you have questions about VIP itself, and then also on occasion I get a text or a Facebook message or email asking about becoming a VIPKID teacher or just what it's like to teach English to your children in China, and I try to answer some of those as well. Usually what I find is if one person asks the question, there's actually probably a handful that have the question and just haven't asked it yet. So one of the questions I received this week is how difficult is it to get through the interview process? So let me just say this with as much diplomacy as possible. Teaching with VIPKID is really the most fun you'll ever have. The company pays well for what you do. They give you lots of support. There's a huge teacher community. Once you get through the process and through that door, you'll probably never want to go back to not being a VIPKID teacher. That being said, please do not underestimate the rigor of the interview process and the application itself. They have changed it a little bit since I applied, but for the most part, here is kind of the general process. You apply online by just going to VIPKID.com, click sign up, and if you really like having me as a mentor, you can use my referral code and I will help you through all of the steps possible. And it starts out with just a simple 5-minute application where you tell about yourself, your experience, your background, and so on. And then usually pretty quickly after that, you'll receive an email welcoming you and thanking you for applying, and then letting you know you can set up your interview. I think one of the first mistakes that people make is scheduling that interview too soon. Some people are excited and they're ready to go and they want to have that interview like tomorrow, yesterday, the next day. I would caution you, do not do that. They will give you a choice of interviewing live video, sort of like this, or doing a recorded interview. My interview is recorded. That was just my preference. But I will tell you, I have known many, many people who went to application and then interview within just a few days, didn't really have enough time to prepare themselves mentally or for the presentation part, and didn't do well in the interview, and either didn't make it through the process or was asked to reapply at a later time. So I don't want to scare you and I don't want to discourage you. But if you do apply and you're ready to start scheduling your interview, my suggestion would be to schedule that interview about 2 weeks out, and then use that 2 weeks to watch as many videos as you can, check in with other VIPKID teachers and get some tips and help. Really prepare yourself mentally for what that interview is going to be like. Once you get through the interview process, you'll likely have to teach a mock class, and some people do 2 mock classes. And then that, again, are things you want to really prepare yourself to get through so that you have the best chance of becoming a VIPKID teacher. I will tell you, thousands of people apply. Not everyone makes it through. That's the truth. That's the reality of it. You're teaching with the best of the best in the biz of English as a second language. So there's a lot of competition, to be honest with you. You're not necessarily competing with another person who may get a job, but you do have to be competitive in the frame of being a high quality, great ESL teacher to make it through their process. So I hope that answers your questions on that. 5 minutes is a little long to answer that question, but that's the answer. The other questions I get sometimes, more or less from friends who know me pretty well, ask me about some of the crazy things I buy or things that don't make sense. And really what it is I try to keep a well-stocked prop choice here around my classroom environment. So because you just never know when you're going to need something. And so, for example, I keep my eyes out for things like items that are the same but varying sizes. So, for example, cupcakes. One of the lessons we did today with Mr. Ruru, you try that word name, Ruru, love that guy. He's about a 5-year-old. And the lesson was big or bigger. And so I used these little cupcakes, little bulletin board pieces. I stuck a magnet disc on the back, and here you have where we ask, and we can talk about which cupcake is bigger, and he can choose 1 or 2 is bigger. Other things that I keep around, things like basketballs, just little handheld ones, soccer, football, baseball. There's almost always an opportunity to throw those into a conversation with kids. Fuzzy dice. What do we use a fuzzy dice for? You can roll the dice and land on a number, have them count it, write the word, write the number, all of that. Sometimes I play games with them that include roll the dice. I've also learned that cool little supplies like this photo magnet pocket from I think Walgreens. I picked up several of them, and I place flashcards in each of them. I didn't get 20 of them, but the letters I use the most often, like for a trial class, I can do C. C is for cupcake. May seem random, but there is some organization to it. And the moral of the story, I collect a lot of things that I might be able to use as a prop for a VIP kid class. So here's another example. I have tons of popsicle sticks. The heart on a popsicle stick is a symbol for my favorite. So my favorite question mark gives them the visual that I'm asking a question or I'm thinking about something. Of course, visualizations of China and the USA. And the little people we call our family when we teach that lesson. Dino is our mascot for VIP Kid. And then we actually just have, these are what I call 2D props, Mike, Meg, and Mom. You never know when these guys are going to come out and help you with the lesson because I often need them. Let's see, what else? I have a little basket underneath my desk here, and it's amazing what I don't really know for sure I'll need till it comes up, and then I just have one. Let's see. Sorry. Here's a great example. I have been known to grab things from my son's room. Airplane. This looks backwards for some reason, but it's right. An airplane, Southwest Airlines. You never know. Greg is watching, and Greg is asking about OU. What about OU? Tell me more. A keyboard. Another one of my favorite little props is Ella. Ella, the elephant. Elephant. This is Ella. Kids love Ella. And occasionally I want to bring out ow, my foot, sorry. puppets of Mike and Meg. Now, of course, this does not look exactly, oh, that's not Mike and Meg, but it gives the appearance of a girl person and a guy person. And we will basically practice with our English skills. So, hello, hello, my name is Meg. Ta-da! I have about 10 of these puppets that we use for different things. Kids love them. I love them. I don't use them quite as much because it takes a little bit of time to get the puppets on your hands. Then I ran across, let me see here. Finger puppets. Love the finger puppets. Panda. Or a pig. Hello, Mom. Hello, Tracy. Pig, panda. A hippo. I am taking questions if you have them, and I'm not going to be on here much longer. Hippo. So there's our finger puppets that I often use in the classroom. The name of the game is simple, engaging, as interactive as you can possibly be, and be creative. So here's two of my favorite props. I use these with older kids. They are 2D pictures of soda, but they look very real. Believe it or not, this came as a marketing example with a Coca-Cola glass set that included a popcorn bucket. And I actually use this popcorn bucket and these two sodas to teach things like things you see at a baseball game or things like that. So when I saw it, I thought, wow, that'd make a great prop, and I have used it over and over. So that's that. Props, interactive classrooms, and be very committed to your interview process so that you get through it successfully. Trying to think if there's anything else I've been asked. That's about it this week as far as VIPKID. In other news, very exciting, we were able to speak to our foreign exchange student, Mathilde. We met her entire family yesterday on FaceTime, and the girls, Brooke and Mathilde, are so very excited to meet each other. They're very compatible. They're both 15 years old. They both like to shop. They both like Harry Potter. I think this might be a very interesting experience to have both of these girls together for the whole year, and we're excited to see it. And on that note, for foreign exchange students, you all know that I do love to help place foreign exchange students and families. So if that is something you are interested in, I think we may still have a few schools that are accepting students in the local area. If that is something you're interested in, give me a shout, and we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, it is time to sign off. It's 9 o'clock, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.